Oh my god, I just recorded an entire video without hitting the record button. Hi, my name is Nikki. I'm the Obsessive Bookseller, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my audiobook hoarding problem. I currently have 118 titles in my Audible account that I have not read yet. And I did the math, and that is over $1,000 in Audible credits that I have spent on titles that are just sitting there, taunting me. So that got me thinking, how many of those titles are actually high priority titles? Because Audible is notorious for, throwing a lot of bargain deals at you, like the 2-for-1 credit, the 3-for-2 credits, the $5 price point deals. And so I was wondering how many of those 118 titles are actually books that I'm eager to read. And as it turns out, 81 books of the 118 are books that I am super eager to get to. Very high priority titles for me. Things like the complete Malazan series and a couple of the other branch-offs by Esselmont. The complete Faithful and the Fallen series. The rest of the Vlad Talto series by Stephen Brust that I haven't read, and a bunch of other first-in-series that I've been super eager to get to, but haven't started yet. So 81 of 118 titles are high priority. That's just about 70% of my unread collection. And at the current rate that I'm reading and listening to things, that will take me almost 2 years to get through if I don't listen to anything else. That's a long time. So I may not even have been aware of this problem had Audible not forced me to pay attention to it. But a couple of years they changed their policy, and instead of just being able to carry over all of the credits you paid cold hard cash for, if you don't use them within a certain time frame, you lose them, which I have a moral issue against that. But in any case, this last year, I must have spent a lot of time on library books and not focused on my Audible library, because August 1st rolled around and I had 20 credits that I either needed to use or lose. And so it was a mad scramble to buy a bunch of series that I had read before that I knew I wanted to reread, and then I kind of filled in some holes on some other series that were high priority and I didn't own everything from. And by the way, those purchases is included in the 118 unread titles that I'm sitting on. So yeah, very aware of this problem now, and my first step in solving it was to cancel my Audible subscription, which was really hard for me to do. There's a comfort there of knowing you can always get a book that's an Audible exclusive, because more and more of them are going that way. The second thing I did was list everything out on a Goodreads bookshelf, which I will link below if you want to see all the things that I'm currently sitting on. And third was to set myself a realistic goal to help work my way through this backlog of titles. And I figured I'm not allowed to sign up for a new membership until I get through at least half of the ones I'm sitting on. Ideally, I would be through at least the high priority titles before I signed up again, but we'll see how it goes. That's a pretty lofty commitment. My current goal, it's going to be a personal challenge of mine, which I will update in my Tackling the TBR posts. It's my audiobook hoarding challenge. And my current goal is to read 15 books of these high priority titles before the end of 2021. And considering that my focus right now is on mostly gigantic tomes of fantasy novels, that's going to be a tall order. But I'd rather set my goal a little high and fail than set it low and still fail. There's something wrong with that logic. So yes, I will update you on that in my future posts. It's something that I really think goes in line with my personal reading goals. I talked about in a recent video how I'm trying to focus on one book at a time, and kind of dealing with being a little horrified of the fact that I am focusing too much time on books that are not high priority. So Case in point, I have 81 high priority titles just sitting there waiting to be read. Won't cost me anything else. I've already spent the money on them. So there's no reason why my focus for the next year or so shouldn't be on those titles. So wish me luck. And I'm wondering, does anybody else have an Audible accumulation problem? Are you like me where you just keep buying them and they never get listened to? I'm wondering, am I the only one with this issue? Thank you for joining me on this ramble, and I hope to catch you next time. Bye.